Shout out to the fam, man. For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican Postgame Report. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all joining us for this episode of the Pelican Postgame Report. The Pelicans, man, didn't handle business tonight, man. They got taken apart by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the matchup, man. Pelicans flattened by the Cavs 116-95. Going to do the recap on this episode of the Pelican Postgame Report. Let me tell you, it's one of the situations where the Pelicans actually got taken apart in this one, and it happened at the three-point line tonight. Pelicans got hammered out in the three-point line tonight, fam. And the Cavs were hot, man. I'm just giving you the business. Oh man, it's like Donovan Mitchell comes straight back, no minutes restriction. He was all good. The Cavs defense was on point. Their offense was cooking. Like I said, they had a great pace about them tonight, and it was just too much for the Pelicans to handle. They couldn't match that pace tonight. And ultimately, it cost us a victory. It snaps the Pelicans' 4-game winning streak. They fall to 39-26. They're still positioned right now, currently at the 5th spot in the Western Conference race. So we denied our 40th win on the season, but it's okay, man. The Pelicans, boy, they got took to the woodshed tonight. Let's as we wait for Willie Green to get to the podium, let's go over some of these statistics, man. And for the family members tonight, man, listen. Like I said, the Cavs were hot. 47 of 92. They shot over 51% tonight. Pelicans 35 of 80 from the field for 44%. And the real big key stat, man, my goodness, was the three-point shooting. The Pelicans were lit up tonight by the Cavs. 23 pointers by the Cavs versus 4 off of 45 shots. The Pelicans shot 4. They hit 4. Got 22, 4 of 22 for 18.2%. And it's just amazing. The Cavs hit 23 pointers. The Pelicans attempted 22. So you can see a major disparity in points based on the fact that they shot 16 more 3-pointers by the Pelicans tonight. Absolutely phenomenal how they were just handling the business tonight. Like I said, the Pels just couldn't match that intensity. And when those 3-point shots started falling, it just really spent the Pelicans into utter confusion. From the foul line, the Pelicans did get to the line 26 times, converting 21 of 26 for almost 81%. The Cavs only 3 attempts, 2 of 3 is what they did from the free throw line, but it didn't matter. The 3-pointers, 16 more 3-pointers is all it took. They had 46-43 on the rebounds. Cavs advantage. You look at the defensive rebounds, Cavs had an advantage right there. The assists, 38 assists to 22 by the Pelicans. So when the 3-point ball was falling for the Cavs, they were moving the ball around. Pelicans were in a state of, always lagging behind. And let me just say this. A lot of the 3-point shots that the Cavs were putting up, Pelicans weren't contesting them. They were circulating the ball so well, finding an open shooter. And the Pelicans was just, they really did it to the Pelicans. I'm just being honest with you. All right, 38 assists to 22. You look at the steals, 7-4 advantage. Pelicans 6-4 on the block situation, 12 all with the assists. 29-26 is the fast break points by the Pels. And you look at the points in the paint, Pelicans did get that 56-52, but not much. But like I said, 27 points was the biggest lead. But ultimately, when you take a look at everything that happened tonight for the Pelicans, it was obviously the 3-point shooting that really helped the Pelicans out, that really hurt the Pelicans tonight. It was a damn 3-point shooting that lit them up tonight and ultimately pushed them in the losing category tonight. So very interesting for the Pelicans tonight. They just, I don't know. I didn't like the energy. I didn't like the pace. I didn't like what was going on. But ultimately, like I said, once those 3-point shots started falling for the Cavs, they were woefully, it just was awful, man. Young City said it's on Willie. All right. Thank you, fam. J. Call, shout out to you, man. He says, nah, it's on the players, bricking everything, late and everything defensively. Yeah, and like I said, when they start circulating the ball, the shots start falling. Don't get me wrong. This is still this is an NBA team. And most of the time when guys are wide open, they're going to hit those 3-point shots. Problem with the Pelicans is one of the many problems tonight, besides the 3-point shooting, was something else. Here's Willie.
The 3-point shooting tonight was just a big key. At one point, minus 54. It's just very hard to overcome that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, give them credit. They came in and they played a really good overall solid game, and they made some shots. You know, a part of it is them, and a part of it is us. We have to be better.
I think you guys had it down to 8 by halftime. What do you feel like in that third quarter allowed them to just kind of put the game away there?
I felt like we were just a half a step to a step slow on everything. They played with more of a sense of urgency. Given where they are right now, the last 3 or 4 games, they lost a few. So coming in, they were the hungrier team. And this is one of those games that, you know, we build some momentum. We win 3, win 4 in a row, and we come home off a long road trip, and we had a letdown. So not indicative of who we've been, and the guys know it. We have to be better.
What made Garland difficult to stop tonight?
Just he was aggressive.
Made that a big issue for you guys?
They definitely attacked us in pick and rolls. I thought when we made the adjustment go small and red switch, 1 through 5, we were able to keep them in front of us a bit better. Got back in the game, but we just didn't do enough as a team. And give them credit, they came in tonight and they played a better game than us.
It seemed for a stretch when you did go small, you went with BI on the center, and he did a pretty decent job with that match. What do you kind of see during those possessions when he was playing the center?
Yeah, we put BI on Allen or Jones, and whenever they came into pick and rolls, it was easier for him to just switch on to whomever the primary ball handler was. So that helped us out. But collectively as a group, this was not our best game, and we got to regroup. We got a couple games coming up that we have to prepare for.
And a big thing for you guys on the last road trip was just getting scoring from guys outside of Z and BI that just wasn't there tonight. What did you kind of see that prevented the other guys from kind of stepping up and providing scoring?
Yeah, they did a good job of closing out hard to our shooters, and we were a bit hesitant and a bit, like I said, like a half a step slow on both ends of the floor. Even offensively, we didn't generate enough open shots, and you have to give them some credit for sure. As much as you try to guard against games like this, coming off. We know coming off a road trip, this is one of those games that's set up that you have to push through, and we have to be better.
Coach, what's been the difficulty at home this season compared to last season? Just the change in success, and then also, this was the 5th chance this season for you guys to get a 5th win in a row, and every time you've come up short, just for one reason or another.
Isn't ideal, but when you're, the majority of your starters were in, you're sitting around 18 to 10.
Yeah.
What do you attribute that as a symptom of just like, some
mean, obviously Herb is a recipient of our ability to drive the ball, kick, and we just collectively as a group have to be better in that area when we play against good defensive teams.
And would you say it's accurate that heading into this portion of the season, you guys are trying to test out some of the rotations you might want to see in the playoffs? And, maybe like I see you guys are trying out the CJ, Zion, BI, Trey, Herb lining up a little bit. Would you say it's fair? Like, that's the kind of mindset you're working with at the moment.
We're trying to put some of our best groups on the floor, and that's for now. When we look at some of those groups that you're talking about, we have some numbers on them that say that they're pretty good. So it's about putting the best groups on the floor and trying to make sure that we can execute with those groups on the floor.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was Coach Willie Green, man, breaking down the post press conference. Apologize, fam. We had some internet issues, man. I don't know what's been going on with the internet lately. Anyway, shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in the stream. This is a big loss, 116-95. And like I said, you heard what Coach Willie was alluding to, talking about some of the energy and the execution issues that the Pelicans had. Statistically speaking, like you look at everything, it was definitely an energy issue with the Pelicans tonight. They just didn't match what Cleveland had going on. And plus, the backcourt of Cleveland with Darius Garland and Spider Mitchell, they just had it going, man. The Pelicans just didn't have an answer for it. Herb picked up 3 fouls in the matchup. It just wasn't right in terms of the energy. And then when Cleveland got going with the 3-pointers, they were 20 of 45 tonight, fam. 20 of 45 for 44.4%. They hit 16 more 3-pointers than the Pelicans. The Pelicans were 4 of 22. To kind of reiterate that thing. Awful loss by the Pelicans, but in the end, I don't know what to say about it. In this one, it's just they just got the issue tonight. All right. Anyway, and of course, you look at Zion Williamson led all efforts for the Pelicans tonight. He had 33 points in 35 minutes of action, 13 of 25 from the field. He had 9 rebounds and a steal in the matchup, minus 22 on the plus minus situation. A lot of minuses going on the Pelicans bench. Wow, a lot of minuses, some pluses, but mostly minuses. 20 points for BI in 32 minutes, 8 of 14 from the field, 4 of 5 from the foul line, 5 assists, 5 boards for him in the matchup. And then, of course, 11 points off the bench for Trey Murphy in 28 minutes, 4 of 10. He was 1 of 6 from downtown. And like I said, Cleveland, it was just more than the 3-point shooting. Cleveland's defense was active. They were active. They were getting to the Pelicans, running them off the off the 3-point line. And they were doing a fantastic job of hitting those shots, those 3-pointer shots when they got an opportunity to get them up. Like we're saying, a lot of the stuff that happened with the Pelicans in terms of the 3-point shooting was some of them, not all of them, but a lot of those 3-point shots that Cleveland was hitting tonight were uncontested. Pelicans didn't have hands in these guys' face, and they're going to knock them down. But anyway, looking at the rest of the stats in the game, 8 points from CJ McCollum in 29 minutes. He was 3 of 2 from the field, 0 for 5 from downtown, but a plus 6. Valanciunas, very mediocre game from Val, 15 minutes. He had 5.7 boards and a couple of assists in the matchup. Herb Jones, 26 minutes. He had 3 points, plus 4, though, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks for Herb. Not enough. Off the bench, Najee Marshall had some really good, solid minutes. 26 minutes, was 2 of 7 from the field, was 1 of 5 from downtown. Awful game for him. He finished with 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists and a steal. Jose Alvarado got 19 minutes, 5 points from him and 2 rebounds in the matchup. Jay Hawks got some minutes, 5 minutes in there. He had 3 points, 1 of 4 from the field. He was 0 of 1 from downtown. So anyway, the Pelicans come up with the loss tonight, actually. And you look at what Spider Mitchell and Darius Garland did to him. My goodness, they handled the business, man. What can I tell you tonight? And Merrill, who's their sharpshooter, he got 15 points in the game. He hit 5 3-pointers. So you had 6 6 3-pointers from Darius Garland. He finished with 27 minutes. Spider Mitchell hit 4 3-pointers. Merrill off the bench had 5 3-pointers, 4 from Niang, who is the weirdest looking constructed basketball player currently in the NBA. His feet look weird. He looks like he doesn't work out. It's a weird looking dude, that Niang character. Like, how the hell this guy got an opportunity to be on the court? You know what I mean? Dude is weirdly constructed, man. Very weird, man. Look like he just got up off the couch and started playing basketball. But shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being here up in this thing, man, as well. All right. Jay Black says it was on the team lack of energy. Willie missed a huge opportunity in the third quarter with Stan. Yes, indeed. But he went back to Larry Nance. Big V, too slow. Yes, indeed. And that's some of the stuff that we often talked about, the ability to adjust to what's going on. And just to be fair with you, bro, in the fam, Bickerstaff got the best of Willie tonight, man. He had his team prepared, and they came in here and got it from us, man. So what can I tell you? As we move forward, looking at the next matchup, we got the Clippers coming up on Friday. The Clippers are currently on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to the Milwaukee Bucks and the Timberwolves. That's the next matchup. And then there's a back-to-back matchup. Friday is the Clippers, and then Saturday is the Trailblazers. So the Pelicans have an opportunity to kind of keep ahead of try to gain some ground on the Clippers, who, like I said, have lost 2 in a row. And I don't know, you got James Harden and both Kawhi Leonard listed as game time decisions for March the 14th, which is tomorrow. So we'll have to keep an eye and see what happens with Kawhi Leonard. Will he be ready to go? And him and James Harden get ready to go for the matchup. That's going to be a huge game, because we know Leonard averages about 24 points a contest, and James Harden does his thing as well with the Clippers. We look at some of the statistics here with this matchup here against the Clippers, who are ahead of the Pelicans here. They're a top 11 team in the NBA in terms of points per game. They're 10th in the NBA, holding you to 112.6 in the matchup. They're top 6 in field goal percentage, top 9 in opposing field goal percentage. As you can see right there, they're top 2 in the NBA in 3-point shooting percentage. Attempts is 17, but 3-point percentage, they're second in the NBA. Top 4 in free throw percentage. So they convert a high clip of those. The steals, they're a top 7 team in the NBA in terms of the steals. And we know off top that anytime the Pelicans and the Clippers get together, especially over the recent past, this season alone, it's going to be a very, very interesting matchup. And of course, like I said, it depends on what's going on with Kawhi Leonard. We know that he, had a back issue and he was questionable for Thursday's matchup, but whether or not he'll play Friday, so we'll have to monitor that and see what's going on. He's listed as out. That's going to be a big part of what happens with the Clippers, and knowing if we get Harden or Kawhi Leonard. So, like I said, let me put this up here. This is the current depth chart for the team. Harden is listed as day-to-day, so is Kawhi Leonard. So going into the Friday matchup, still several days away. We'll just have to monitor the situation. You can see, but Paul George will be there. Zubac and their well-coached team by Tyronn Lue. They got a lot of players there, and they're going to be prepared to play with the Pelicans. So the Pelicans kind of squandered tonight's matchup. Could have been a good win for them. Got a rebound and come back against the Clippers' upcoming matchup. So we're going to keep an eye out on that. But anyway, listen, fam, I'm not going to hold y'all for very long tonight. I just want to jump in and jump out with y'all. The Pelicans get flattened tonight, man. What can I tell you? And they'll have to bounce back and do what they got to do, man. We kind of getting close, man, to this thing where we want 40 wins, and we see a lot of positive stuff going on with the Pelicans. But like I said, I still think this team is a good team. I think I really like what I've seen over the Pelicans over the last several games. And they come back home, had a lack of energy game or match with the Cavs. Cavs just pushed them all the way. Bickerstaff adjusted faster, and they just were prepared for the Pelicans, man. They were prepared defensively and offensively. When the shots started falling, Spider Mitchell, Darius Garland was phenomenal. What he was doing out there in the Pelicans, man. We got to respond in kind against the Clippers. So anyway, that'll do it for the show. Listen, I'd like to thank all of you guys for chiming in this quick episode of the Pelican Final. Listen, we'll be back on Friday matchup. Of course, we know Clippers Friday, and then the Blazers are Saturday. So back-to-back matchups for the Pelicans. We'll have an opportunity to kind of get back on the right side of things real quick, kind of have a quick 2-game winning streak to kind of get back right, man, as we get closer and closer. What is it now? 19 games remaining in the NBA season, fam. 19 games, Pelicans, 2 remaining games before they get on the road with 4, and then they come home for 5 of them. And that's that tough stretch we talk about that gets in late into March with Celtics, Suns, OKC, all them kind of people. So we're going to be looking out for that. But anyway, feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the share button.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps